5 of which I was Chief de Cabinet of the former. Secretary General of the OECD since June 2000 continues to be deeply involved in issues. One of the problems.
The General Secretary of the OECD, Angel Gurria, was addressing a meeting of the International Affairs Institute, Chatham House, on the economics of climate change. He stressed the importance of having a long-term perspective on how our actions today will affect future generations.
Scientific evidence is pointing to a clear conclusion. Humanity is living beyond the means provided by nature. Global industrialization, population growth, overdependence on dirty energy, and economies that again are overdependent on the same dirty energies, and which base their success on the permanent increase of consumption of these types of energy. They are putting excessive pressure on natural resources. Our technical capacity has never been greater, but we're still dumping 134 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere every day. Despite an increasing understanding of the significant impacts climate change will have on our economies, our health, and our security, impacts on our economies, our health, and our security. I stress this because probably the moment people realize it has to do with our security, maybe we'll get stronger buy-in.
The Secretary-General said that climate change has 3 dimensions: economic, environmental and social. He said the OECD studies showed that from an economic perspective, it made no sense for governments to ignore the warning signs and take no action against global warming. Action against global warming.
The cost of action is cheaper than the consequences of inaction. That one is an obvious cost-benefit, because then the question is, well, then let's get started. And how do we get started? But if the cost-benefit is positive, and we know that it's going to be very expensive to not do anything, but there's also a lot of things that we don't know about the inaction scenario, which would certainly go in the direction of increasing the costs anyway.
Mr. Gurria said climate change is one of the greatest challenges the global economy is now facing. He stressed the need for international cooperation to reduce its impact, as time was not on our side.
We should not use too many excuses. There literally is no time to waste. The technology also makes it that if we are taking decisions today, either on buying a car, commissioning a combined cycle plant for electricity, or even more so, commissioning one of the many new nuclear plants which are being demanded throughout the world today, we will see the results 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. Therefore, we are committing mankind to those results by the decisions we take today. So it's not at all either a theoretical issue or something that we can put off for tomorrow.
The Secretary-General left the seminar for a meeting with British Prime Minister Gordon Brown, where the issue of climate change was top of their agenda.